I cannot wait to show you the craft I'm going to make today. I've been seeing these felt toy boxes pop up all over the place on mommy blogs and boutiques, and I'm actually going to be making this for a very special friend of mine who is expecting a baby. Leave a comment down below if you think you know who it's for. You will need a ½ yard of heavy felt, a few ½ yards of colored felt, needle, thread, hot glue gun, scissors, ruler, and chalk. Step 1, choose your materials. I'm going with this nice dark gray for the main part of the box. I also chose these small colored pieces of felt to make a cute airplane scene for the top. Step 2, measure and cut. Cut out the following for the box. 1 22 by 25 inch piece, 2 12 by 12 inch pieces, and 2 22 by 12 inch pieces. This is a great little box for a toddler since it's so soft and there won't be any hard edges for them to hurt themselves on. I'm going to start by cutting out my one long piece that is 22 by 25 inches. So I'm just going along here to measure out 22 inches. And then we're going to measure up 25 inches. And then I'm just going to draw a line to connect the two. And then cut that out. And we'll move on to our other 4 pieces. Now we have 2 12 by 12 pieces. And cut those out. Our last 2 pieces are 22 by 12 inches, so we'll measure that out. Step 3, glue and sew. We're starting with our 2 12 by 12 inch squares, and we are going to be gluing that to our 12 inch by 22 inch piece. The seam will be visible on the outside of the box. And lay them on top of each other so that the edges match up. And you're going to want to make sure that that is dry before you move on. Next, we're going to take our other piece that is 22 by 12 inches and we're going to glue that to the front. So I'm going to start over here at the side and glue these 2 pieces together first. And again, our seam is going to be on the outside of our box. And you're not going to want to go all the way in here. You're going to want to glue to about right through here. And we're going in a little more than 1/4 inch here so that you have room to turn that to pivot. And you're going to want to make sure that that is dry before you move on. And with this part right here that we didn't add any glue, you could go through when you're all done gluing the front and you can add more glue, or you can make sure to hand stitch and it will grab that. Once that's dry, we're going to move on. And we're going to do this a little bit different. We're going to glue a little bit at a time so that that doesn't burn you. So we're going to turn this so it's a pivot here, so that it glues together this way and will lay flat. Then I'm going to pick up the pieces here and hot glue right underneath. If you have a sewing machine, that would be great to use as well. It's going to leave this seam a little bit stronger. But if you don't, you can do what we're doing today and use your hot glue gun and then reinforce that with some hand sewing. Once that is dry, we're going to move on to this side. So we're just going to be taking this edge and hooking it to this edge. Now that our front piece is finished, we're going to move on to the back piece. So we're taking our long piece of fabric, we're going to move it back here to the back, and I am going to use these pots to prop this open. And we're doing the back a little different than the front. We're going to start by gluing the bottom pieces together. And then make sure to let those pieces dry before moving on to the sides. And I'm going to take the sides just a little glue at a time so that it doesn't drip down. Okay, we're going to repeat the same thing on the other side. Now that our box is made and all of the hot glue is dry, we're going to take our needle and thread and hand stitch the corners really well, then along the seam. I'm just going to start by reinforcing our corners. Okay, continue that on all 4 corners and along the seam. Step 4, decorate. Cut your own design shapes out of the colored craft felt and hot glue them on. I'm going to be making this adorable little plane flying through the sky. I'm just going to lay my felt out and trace the pattern onto the felt using my chalk. And I just found this pattern online. You can Google any image that you would like and blow it up. Cut that out. Next, we're going to take our darker felt and trace the other pieces of our airplane. I finished cutting out all of the pieces for the airplane, and I also cut out some other decorations. And we are going to decorate our box. And I'm going to start with some grass down here at the bottom. And then we're going to fold the other side over and glue that down. Next, I'm going to add my design to the flap, and I'm going to lay that out before I glue it down. And then just start gluing your designs down. We're done gluing our design down, and I would go around the edges and hand sew it because I've had toddlers and I know how they like to pick things off. So that is another option that you can do with this box. But other than that, we're done. I love how this turned out, and I can't wait to give it to my friend. This craft only cost me $25 to make. Subscribe to the Mom's View so you can see all of our DIY projects as soon as they come out. If you have an expensive project you would like to see us make for less, leave a comment down below. We'll see you next time. Bye!